Good evening, Scrappy. How are you? Good evening, Mary. Hi, guys. Welcome in. I'm Coach Kenya, and it's time for our daily reading with Coach Kenya, where we inspire, educate, and dedicate a few minutes of our time each evening or each morning and look at faith over fear and how we can show up better in our lives. So, welcome to Thursday night Daily Coach with Kenya. Let's get motivated. Let's get encouraged to finish out this week strong and to be ready for next week like we got it going on. If you are new here, drop a blue heart and let me know. As you can see, that's my before. This is my after. This is me, baby. Yes. I've lost 479 pounds. Yes. 479 pounds. Yes. 479 pounds. Yes. That is my waistline. You see, yes. That is my rib cage. Yes. It can be done. Okay. I don't say it to impress you. I say that to show you, to suggest to you something that you're capable of doing. I'm nobody special. What I've done, you can do 10 times over. If he did it for me, he'll do it for you. All right, are we ready? Today's reading is day 105. Okay. And today's focus is being thankful for those who have supported it on our health and wellness and weight loss journey. So let's get into it and get through it so we can get on over to tomorrow for bedtime. All right. How y'all doing this evening, Kenya? Kenya, how are you, George? Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? Jesse's in the building. Yosemite's in the building, Kenya. Thank you, Queen. We made it to Thursday and Friday is around the corner in just a few minutes, baby. Let me tell you something. No matter what you are going through right now, you got breath in your body, your lungs work, your heart is beating. That means you still have enough in you to keep praying and calling on your God so that He can show up for you. It ain't over till it's over, and even when it's over, if God ain't spoke, it ain't over. And if He ain't said quit, don't quit. If He ain't said give up, don't give up. Day 105. If you're new here, I'm Coach Kenya. This is what I do. Yes, I've lost a lot of weight. Yes, I can tell you anything about weight loss. Yes, I can tell you how to do the same thing. No, I did not diet. No, I do not take an injection. No, I did not have surgery. No, I did not drink apple cider vinegar. No, you don't have to starve yourself. No, you don't have to count calories. No, you don't have to diet. You don't have to ride a bike for 75 hours a day and wrap you up in step up in plastic. I mean, you can. It will help. But what I teach you is how to deal with your mind and your body at the same time. I educate you and give you access to the ability to sustain healthy forever. I don't teach you how to yo-yo. This is not a microwave method. This is about you changing your existence in the world and healing from the inside out so that you can stop running back to emotional eating every time something gets tough in your life. That happens regardless if you have surgery, injection, whatever, because many of us have been taught to deal with life through food. We have to unlearn that. There is no surgical procedure. There's no medication that can unlearn your mental health issues unless you're on mental health medication. So for all of you who think because your food noise gets quieter, because you're taking an injection, it's because it's suppressing the acid and the hormones in your body. That will come back the minute you have too much trauma, sadness, or grief. That is why it's important to deal with our emotional health while dealing with our physical health, okay? It's about showing up in both areas. Don't sell yourself short. Yes, the injections work, but don't sell yourself short and don't think you don't need to work on your mindset. You do need to address how you deal with food. You do need to address why you are ever overweight. You do need to see a counselor. You do need to talk about somebody about body shaming, failed diets. You do need to talk about depression, anxiety, loneliness, low self-esteem, lack of confidence. You do need to go talk to somebody. No matter how thin you get, it will never make up for those things been missing inside of you. Never. Okay? Never. Go do the work. I promise you, you will thank me for it later. 105. It is written, you shall not show. I don't know why my sister can't follow the lights. Hold on. My sister had cut off all the lights, y'all. I couldn't see my spirit. It was darker than Methuselah in here. Hold on, let me just read real quick because it's like 11:17 on the East Coast. I'm from the West Coast and I'm at home visiting because my family's coming in from Ghana in the morning, and so everybody in our house is up. It's just all of us up, but I wanted to get my daily reading done because I don't want to forget y'all. Okay, and I did was up there listening because we had to buy new furniture, new carpet, new. Y'all know how we do it. And so we've been doing that all day and listening to some almost, let's get this live done because we done made a go. We on a mission. Because one thing we will not do is change the situation and method because of a visitation. I done told y'all that we don't change up because of vacation. We might slow down or speed up, but we don't stop. You shall not show partiality in judgment. You shall hear the small as well as the great. You shall not be afraid in any man's presence, for the judgment is God's. The cast that is too hard for you, bring to me, and I will hear it. Deuteronomy 1:17. Fear of man brings partiality in judgment, but judgment is God's. Prayer. I receive grace to discern and judge right in Jesus' name. Henceforth, I shall not be afraid of man's presence, but I will enjoy God's presence always in Jesus' name. And that's pretty much self explanatory because I know for me, one of the biggest things I struggled with was the fear of losing the weight and gaining it back and people judging me. And so it made me afraid to actually it's hard to explain what I'm trying to talk about when it comes to this concept because I could start a diet. Hey guys, I see you, I see you, I see y'all topping it up, I see y'all loving on me, I see y'all coming in the building. Thank you, Kenya, thank you, Don, thank you everyone for who's here. I thank y'all, I appreciate y'all for tapping that like up. I really, 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 really do appreciate it. And thank y'all for sharing the live. One of the things that kept happening and the reason why I kept yo-yo dining for a long time is I would be on my wellness journey and somebody would make a comment and it would almost make me nervous to succeed. It would create this sense of fear of failure in me. So like say, "Ooh, you doing good. Do you think you're gonna keep it off?" And that right there would kind of send me into this anxiousness, like I'm not gonna be able to keep it off. I'm not gonna be able to do this forever. Am I gonna be able to do this forever? Am I gonna be able to live like this forever? And because I didn't know, because no one had taught me about the lifestyle of being healthy, I only understood the dieting. I only said it diet. I only said understood get skinny, get skinny, get skinny, get skinny. Nobody told me that you can actually lose all of the weight that I lost, as you can see in this picture, 479 pounds. No one told me I could lose all that weight and still have serious medical conditions because I kept hearing people say, "Oh, I don't got this no more. I don't got that no more." And I went to a naturopath. You know what he told me? He said it's not that people lose weight and they don't have those diagnoses. It's that they lose weight and they don't have the symptoms. Because the minute they begin to gain the weight again, those same symptoms to those same diseases will come back. So they have obtained a sense of health. That's called healthy, right? And so what happens is you don't, it's not like your disease, it disappears, especially if you have a genetic disorder. What happens is the symptoms to those diseases become so controlled that you don't live with them. Does that make sense? It's like someone who has a history of blood pressure may not currently take blood pressure medicine. A history of diabetes may not currently take diabetic meds. A history of heart disease may not take heart disease medications because they may live a healthy lifestyle, which is curving the symptoms from sick care to well care. The goal of healthy when you're sustaining it through weight loss is to get from being in sick care to well care. Anytime you use a way to lose weight that requires constant maintenance, follow-up injections, that's kind of a form of sick care because that means you got to keep doing that over and over to sustain whatever you achieve. Does that make sense? That's why I talk so heavy about mindset, so that you can learn what happens in the brain connected to food and eating outside of any other method, right? So what I'm explaining to you is I don't care what you do. I want you to do something because you deserve the right to live the best version of you. What I want you to do is look at your mindset of why you were able to get there and stay there and what happened in the process, right? Even for my ladies who've been losing and gaining the same 30 pounds for like 30 years, there's something to that, but I won't get into that tonight, okay? Let's get into our second reading because I don't want to take advantage of your time because it is 11:22, okay? But I will say this to you. You're not crazy. You're not lazy if you think there's something more with you, wrong with you. But most of us immediately want to blame it on our body. So we run to a doctor and tell the doctor all of our symptoms, but we don't tell them the symptoms going on in our head. We tell them, I can't lose weight, I'm swelling, I can't sleep, I don't have no energy. But we don't tell them we're stressed out, we in bad marriages, our kids are having issues in school, our parents are sick. We're not telling them the truth to our situation. So they're giving us treatment based on our symptoms, but our symptoms are coming from our actual living environment. Did you know stress can give you the same symptoms like you got an autoimmune disease? See, I'm not even going to educate y'all tonight for free. Did you know that? Did you know that actual heightened levels of stress can mimic in your body like you have an autoimmune disease? And did you know if you go to the doctor and complain about it and they don't find something medically wrong with you, they're going to diagnose you with fibromyalgia? And now you have an autoimmune disease with no actual listed symptoms anywhere? Did you know they just. Oh, okay, never mind. I ain't going to get into it right now. I'm just saying it's another way to take your voice from you because they throw a diagnosis at you and you think, oh my God, I finally got an answer. But every answer ain't the right answer because remember, they're practicing too, right? So they're throwing the same answer at the same patients over and over and they're hoping one of it catches because that's what practicing is. You understand? That's why you go to the doctor empowered and we tell the truth. If the doctor says, have you been dieting and eating right? No, I have not. I've been eating what I want to, sir. No. Because then when we go in there and say, yeah, I've been doing everything you told me to do. I've been eating, I've been moving, and we know we haven't. He's writing in your chart that you've been doing everything, but you know you haven't. So right there's a disconnect in how to get you healthy because the information you're delivering, the information you're delivering and the lifestyle you're living isn't lining up. And so ultimately what you're getting is sick care because you're presenting only the sick version of your body. I don't even know if it makes sense. That probably don't even make sense. Let me stop. Melanie, Journey to the Heart. Thank you guys so much for the likes. Thank you for the love. But if I'm making sense, just think about it. I don't consider myself an expert, but I have worked with over 14,000 people. Not 1,000, not 11, 14,000. I haven't been doing this since last year, 2 years ago, 3 years, 10 years. 10 years. 10 years I've been in this. So I just didn't wake up and start talking to you. I didn't go Google this and then bring it to you. No, 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 no. I've worked with women of every age, every race, men of every age, every race. I've even worked with children. My youngest client has been 6. This is a real disease, and we need to start treating it like such. You are not crazy. This is a disease, and you deserve to be treated human as if anybody else with a chronic disease would be dealing with. That's all I'm arguing. I'm not trying to battle or debate and say that anybody else's method is wrong. I'm trying to tell you that when we leave out this part of our when we leave this part of our bodies out of our weight loss and wellness and health journeys, we're leaving out the most significant part. And the reason why I say that is because I was told in 2019, after breaking my back in 12 places, that I would never walk again. When they got me out of the coma and moved me to a long-term facility where I was supposed to stay and live, and I was able to learn how to transfer into a wheelchair. At night, when all the staff went home, I transferred myself into that wheelchair and rode myself out to the front lot of that parking lot at that facility, and I rode myself around that parking lot in a wheelchair. And I did that because I was guaranteed that if I had to live in that wheelchair, I was going to be the fastest, the baddest, the coldest, the sexiest wheelchair pushing, rolling, driving woman alive. Grandma, do you need the kids to be quiet upstairs over your head? I was going to be the best at it, okay? And I was and because what I had decided is that the enemy had tried to take so much from me already that I wasn't willing to give up nothing else. I wasn't willing to give him nothing else. And every night I got in that wheelchair, y'all, and I rode it around that parking lot every night. Every night. And one day when I was out there, I told myself, I'm going to start taking my leg off the chair and trying to get my ankles to pump. And when the days that they wouldn't pump, I would lay my torso on my lap. Listen to what I would do. I would lay my torso down on my lap so my arms could reach my ankles. And I would use my arms like I was walking. And I would sit in that wheelchair and I would pump my own feet using my hands because they told me that if I could get my brain, because I had fractures, my spinal cord wasn't severed. So what was preventing me from walking was inflammation, and they had no idea when it would go down, where it was located. All they could see is that it was completely inflamed. It says share. Oh, thank you so much, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Brenda. Thank you for being here. And when I made that decision, I would pump my legs, and every night I would be so tired, y'all, but I would put myself in that wheelchair and I would go out there. I had already lost 438 pounds, and I knew that the way I got big last time is because I ended up paralyzed from a medically induced coma. I ended up paralyzed and I ate myself to 592 pounds in 10 months. I knew that if I sat down long enough, that I would never get up and I wouldn't give in the enemy no more of my time, no more of my energy, and no more of my resources. I was done. And every night I was out there, I would be rolling. That's why I have arms. I would be out there rolling, pushing. And they would say, Miss Elliott, you need to come into, I'm coming. Come take your man. I'm coming. Because if I did, I had to do that. I had every night I would increase it. Just 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. In 27 days, I was able to feel my toes and take a step. It's all documented on my Facebook and Instagram page. You will see me with catheters hanging out of me. You will see staff lifting me up. My legs are lifeless. You'll see my legs buckle in the video. And I look at that video and I remind myself that there was a time where I wasn't promised to walk. So when I need to go do something, I use my legs. I don't ask nobody to go get it. I go get it with my legs. You see, my legs, my arms, because there was a time when I couldn't do that. And if you don't get nothing else from me, wherever you are, that doesn't have to be your end. Stop saying God made me this way. Our temples are supposed to be perfected. When I was laying in that bed sick with all those tubes, a feeding tube, a catheter, a poop bag, getting stuck for every hour for diabetes because I was dying, getting stuff done with my kidneys, having heart attacks and strokes. I had no life in me. All I had enough energy in me for was to fight and take pills. All I had the energy to do was fight and take pills. But then I woke up and I realized that if this is all the life that the world could offer me, I'm going to let go and see what God can do. You're looking at what God did. You're looking at what God did. All I said is I'm going to let go. I'm going to let go and see what he can do for me. Because if these 26 doctors is saying that I'm going to die and I'm only 35, and because I've gained so much weight, there's nothing they can medically do for me. And these 63 pills a day I'm taking ain't going to save my life. I'm going to let go. I'm going to let go. I'm going to let go. I'm going to let go and see what happened. This is what happened. This is what happened. This is what happened. No, I don't have excess skin hanging down to the floor. This is what happened. You rejuvenated the skin. Right? This is what happens when you fuel the body. What did you say? I know, but where was you at? You abandoned me. You know you was.
I was with Casey rapping.
And Grandma's been calling y'all to shut up.
Well, me and Casey were rapping.
Okay, well, you abandoned me.
Casey discovered that his neck is blacker than he really thought it
Yeah,
was.
but you abandoned me, so we already working. You guys, my niece is our guest speaker this week, but she was upstairs rapping with my nephew. So if you know my nieces, the one that sings, the little girl, the boy that sings, they're upstairs, right? My niece is supposed to be the guest speaker this week. She's supposed to read this book. Y'all know we read this book 10 minutes ago. She gonna come downstairs and say, Wow, that's a lot of people. Where you been at? All I'm saying is if he did it for me, he could do it for you. That's it. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up, all right? Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. So the second book that we read, so two things we focus on here. One, we deal with our fear, we face our fear, so we walk in the power of our higher power. Okay. I'm not saying you got to believe in my God. I'm just saying believe in something because your heart and lungs that are beating and breathing, that is not you. Okay. Hi, Tiffany. Hi. Finally, tomorrow between 2 and 6 p.m. Okay, TR. Okay, TR. I know exactly what you're talking about. TR, I know exactly what you're talking about. Um, Hi, Tiffany. One thing for certain and two things that I know for sure, okay, about my journey is that when I stopped living in fear of a lot of stuff, I stopped running to food to feel better. I'm going to let you catch that. Key, how are you, Key? I'm going to let y'all grab that. When I stopped living in fear for so many other things, I stopped eating to feel better. Okay. Today's reading says the following. We're on 320. We made it, you guys. 320 was my old anniversary. 320 in 2004 on March 20th. I spent almost $60,000 getting married. Okay. Learn to heal. Angelica, you are a great inspiration. I wish my sister could hear your story. Angelica, I go live every day. Key, I'm good, baby. You bring her right over here. You hear me, Angelica? You bring her right over here. Let's see. We have that's something. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Chris, are you still here? You guys, Chris, she invited us. Let's see how Chris is doing, you guys. Happy birthday to him. Tell him I said happy birthday, Chris, my baby. Hi, mamas. Chris, can you hear me? Oh my God, Key, let me finish my reading, guys. Can y'all hear me? Hi, Chris. Hi, can you hear me? Me? Yes. Christy? Hi, Chris. Who's this? This is Kenya. Kenya? Yeah, Coach Kenya. Okay. Hi. Coach Kenya. Yeah, you sent me an invite, beautiful. How are you? I'm good. I'm so glad to thinking about something. Oh, well, thank you for messaging me. I'm sorry if I accepted it by accident. It wasn't supposed to, but I'm always happy to see your beautiful face. Why would you be sorry? Oh, because I hope I didn't disturb you. I don't want to disturb you. You don't want to disturb me, but you want to disturb Coach K? How are you? I'm good. How are you doing? I'm doing good, beautiful. I'm doing well. We're finishing up our daily reading today. Daily reading? Yeah, we do a daily reading every day on my live. That's a lot of work. I know it is. Yeah, it's stressful. Is Kenya your real name too? It's not stressful. I actually love it. Chris, I actually really love it, sweetie. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and finish up the reading. Okay, did you hear me? Me? Yeah, I was saying we're gonna go. I talked to you, saw you cooking and stuff, and all the things that you've done. So I appreciate that. All this stuff going on too, but I saw that you were on. How are you doing? Huh? How are you? I'm okay. How are you doing? I'm well. I'm excited. Yeah, I can see that. Because I'm always happy to see you, love bug. You know that. I knew you before there was a TikTok, so I'm always happy to see you. Hey. Yeah, I love you no matter what, woman. I'm the same. You should know that by now. After 5.5 years, almost 6 years, woman. I'm the same. I love you, and my number always works. No matter what, you can call me. You can call me. I'm not a TikTok friend. I'm somebody who really supports you off of here. I knew you well before a TikTok. So if you huh? I want you. Yeah, you can call me Chris. My number's actually the same, babe. It hasn't even changed. You didn't change your number. No, my number's the same. It still ends in 3431. The number you had is still the same. See, I see you calling me. Look, watch this. I'm just going to only answer it because I want you to know it's real. Okay? Chris, it's me. See? Okay, see, I told you. Okay? I can't hear you, baby. What you say? Oh, it's because you called me on the phone, but I'm live on TikTok too. Okay. 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 Here we go. Okay, guys, are you there? Okay, are you there? Oh, Kenya. Guess what? Kenya, ain't it a small world, you guys? Chris Matthews I've been one of her support since 2020. 2020, yeah, about 5 years. I love her. Thank you so much for the love from London. I really love that woman. You guys, listen, life is hard, and sometimes we think people are only where they are because they ate. That is not true. We have to stop that. This woman was in a horrible accident and lost the ability to move and function for a long time, and she has fought her way back. When I say fought, I'm talking about fought her way back, like to get where she is today. Of course, I support her. I support any woman who's fighting to get their life back. I don't care how you do it, whatever you choose, that's fine. Just keep fighting. Don't give up. Do not give up. I believe that the grave, and I heard this a long time ago and I didn't know what it meant. It was like the graveyard is full of, it's rich. And I was like, the graveyard is rich. How's the graveyard rich? They was like, the graveyard is rich because it's full of a lot of dead people with all their dreams inside of them and they never got anywhere. And I was like, wow. Key, I started in the same place with my mobility. Key, I've been working with women who struggle with mobility issues literally for 8 straight years because that's where I was. I was in a hospital bed, paralyzed from the waist down on feeding tube, catheter, and poop chute when I started this journey. My first couple months on my journey was actually food, nutrition through a feeding tube. That is actually what my experience is, you guys. That's my real life experience. I didn't have the blessing that many of you guys have, and I didn't have an option to find somebody on an app and say help me. It wasn't. I didn't have that. I didn't have a chance to um. I didn't have a chance to decide without pressure, without do it or you'll die, and I don't want other people to get to the point where they have to be on hospice in a hospital bed. Their heart's about to shut down. Their lungs can't take it. Their body's being crushed by the weight. What I can tell you is this journey is ruthless. And if you don't deal with your mindset, there is nothing the gym and calorie counting is going to do for you but make you crazier. You got to deal with this. You have to. You can't run from it. I don't care how many plans you get, how many women you say they lose 100 pounds in 5 weeks. People used to say, I lost 500 pounds in 3 minutes. I don't care how many women you meet tell you that. If you do not deal with your mindset, you're going to end up in that same cycle. Because it's not as simple as count a calorie, go to the gym. It's never going to happen again. Some of us start eating for the wrong reasons. And we don't really know what that reason is. That's why you need somebody who deals with that to help you. Yeah, to help you through that, Chris. Chris, if you're still in the lab, baby, I'm actually still on TikTok. Okay, give me a chance to finish up. Okay, and so I just want to encourage you that wherever you are, you can Key. I want you to. I saw your. I'm coming. Key. Click. You're Kenya. You're gonna be my fourth Kenya. I'm Kenya. My real name's Kenya. And we have three Kenyas. We have Kenya H, Kenya W, Kenya E, and then Key. So Kenya K. Let's go, Kenya. So, Kenya, I want you to click my picture, and there's going to be a link that says sign up. And it's actually just a lead form. It's going to give me your name, your phone number, your email, and it's just so I can reach out to you. Some of the women in this live will tell you that I do reach out and call you from um, those lead forms. What happens is some of you guys block me because I'm calling for my business. I'm actually a real business. And so it'll say I.R.I.S.E Inc., but you don't know that. You think you know me as Coach, but my company is I.R.I.S.E, and my area code is 408. So if you see a 408 area code, please don't block my number because then I can't call you anymore. So a couple of you ladies did leave me a lead form, but I called you twice and now it says my number is blocked. And I think it's because you saw that I was a business and it sometimes comes as potential spam because it is my business line. So if you got a 480 call or a 418 call in the last 7 days, that was actually Coach trying to follow up on the lead forms so that I could help you guys get started. Key. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to fill out your lead form and it's going to come directly to me. TikTok sends it over to me to my business. Okay. And then my business and I take it and we create you a profile and then we reach out to you and we talk to you about how we can best help you. I offer private, one-on-one, and group services. I offer group services 4 to 5 days a week, and we offer private sessions either one time a week, twice a week, or bi-monthly. Been doing it for 8 years. I'm a retired professional clinical coordinator counselor. I studied behavior for many years. My specialty was in pedophilic behavior and seriously mentally ill adults. I now work with people with food disorders and eating food addictions. I actually specialize in those two areas only. I don't do mental health as heavy as I used to. Um, I'm based out of Arizona. I travel half the year, so half the year I'm based on the East Coast, half the year I'm based on the West Coast. My company is a virtually based company, so that I'm able to work with as many as women as possible all over the country. At one time, we had people active in my program in 14 different countries that I work with privately. I've helped over 35 women lose 200 plus pounds and keep it off for 4 or 5 years. Um, I've helped several people lose 10, 15, 20 pounds, but I'm talking about those big numbers where they actually keep it off and they're not dieting. Um, what else? I don't know. You can Google me. I've been doing it so long. I've been in multiple magazines on TV and stuff. So TikTok isn't like if you notice, I'm not only hit the like button, give you a gift. It's not what I don't come here for that. I actually come here that so that I may give somebody hope because I was actually in a hospital bed and there was no TikTok that I could find. Since I started my platform on this app, I've been able to help 8 women in particular that have been grown close to my heart that I know without this app they would have never found me and they would have never gotten the opportunity to get their mobility or their life back. So I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do and I'm on purpose. So I thank all of you guys for supporting me. I do thank you for the likes and I thank you for the gifts you do give me. But that is not the only reason why you got to come here. I don't do any kind of battling or lives. You don't have to join my team. If you do, I will love on you and support you and offer you all the nuggets that my other ladies get because I do have subscription services. So I consider this the same. So I just give them the same services my regular clients get. Um, that's it. I just hope that my story can inspire you. You know, I've battled with depression and anxiety. I've been taken advantage of as a child. I've family problems. I've been through all of that. I can relate to quite a plethora of very painful experiences. I myself am a recovering alcoholic as well. My parents were both alcoholics. I grew up around addicts, so I can relate to a plethora of trauma, hurt, and pain. But what I want you to know is you can overcome. Okay. Learn to heal yourself. Sometimes we trick ourselves if we feel unhappy, troubled, or scared. We race toward what we think will make us feel better and deeper in desperation. In fear, we grasp for something, anything to stop our pain. finding that job, making more money, getting married, having a relationship. If I get that one thing I need, then I'll be happy. Then my pain will stop. How does that familiar to any of y'all? Shania, does that sound familiar to you, Shania? Does that sound familiar? Listen to what it said, y'all. It said, it says, sometimes we trick ourselves. If we feel unhappy, troubled, or scared, we race toward what we think will make us feel better. In desperation, in fear, we grasp for something, anything to stop our pain, finding that job, making more money, getting married, having a relationship. If I got that one thing I need, then I'll be happy. Then my pain will stop. Sometimes it's true that finding the solution to a problem improves the quality of our lives. Having enough money enables us to fix the furnace when it breaks. Grandma, are you calling me? I was a kid. Having people in our lives we love and who love us can be an important part of our happiness. Having work to do that we enjoy and that we feel and is worthwhile helps us feel good about ourselves. But when we're in pain, no matter what's causing it, the way we heal that pain doesn't come from outside ourselves. External circumstances don't make internal emotions disappear. External circumstances don't make internal emotions disappear. Didn't I just say many of us been eating to feel better and we don't even know it? Even if we get what we think we want, the painful emotion we haven't had, the strength to our courage to face will still be there. Even if we eat the whole bag of potato chips, the grief and loss is still there. The pain is still there. The rejection is still there. The abandonment is still there. The loneliness is still there. The lack is still there. The worry is still there. Even if we get what we think we want, the painful emotion we haven't had the strength, our courage to face will still be there. It'll still be there. The way to heal pain, the only way is to feel and release it. I say that every day to my ladies. Your pain is your pain. Your fear, desperation, and resentments are yours too. All these emotions belong to you. Feel them, learn from them, and let them go. Walk courageously each step of the path on a journey to the heart. Enjoy when the universe sends you its gifts, a lover, some memory, a good job, but know the ultimate key to happiness lives not in external things, but within you. Feel all your feelings, learn to heal yourself. Melanie Beattie. This is the second book that we read every day, guys. This book is for codependency. A lot of people don't realize that the way they think is actually codependent on others. And it's one of the reasons that makes it really difficult to make solid choices as well as to enhance and grow our self-belief and self-esteem. One of the main reasons why it's difficult for many of us to stay motivated and inspired on our own health journeys is because we struggle with self-belief. Self-belief is where we personally believe that a task that we're pursuing, we can accomplish it as well as completion. Many people know that they can start something, but they don't actually believe they're capable of finishing it to the end. And so in weight loss, one of the biggest barriers that happen is when a person has yo-yoed over and over, they begin to get a mentality that tells them they can't do it. So no matter how powerful the tools are that they come access to, their mindset is the hindrance of why they can't advance. Okay, so I'll leave you guys with that tip tonight. I pray that something else to share with you tonight blesses you and enhances and encourages you. May God bless you all and keep you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And it won't be this late tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a little bit early because it's on Friday and it's our rest health day for our group. So I'll have a little more free time today. I had a lot of clients and then family stuff, so I was super busy. But I see you guys tomorrow. God bless you all. Have a great night. Thank you for tuning in with me so late, and I apologize for any inconvenience. Thank you to my moderators in the building. Thank you to all those who follow me. I can follow up to 10 of you back the first day, then the rest I have to follow over the next couple of days as a business account. But I will do that for you ASAP. I have no problem doing that at all. As you can see, I have over 2,000 followers because I do follow back when it lets me. But I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you and have an amazing, amazing night. Today is Thankful Thursday, and before you go to bed, be sure to say something you are thankful for. Because remember, the one thing we don't control and we all have in common, no one can control their lungs and no one controls their heart. Those things will involuntarily without our involvement, regardless if we want them to or not. That is how we know there's some form of a higher power on this planet. Thirdly, the one thing that makes me and you common and kin is both of us can feel pain. You can feel it just like I can. So it doesn't matter our color, our sex, our size, our race, our age. I feel pain, you feel pain. God bless you all and have a great night. She's talking about